Hey folks, and welcome back to EVE Online. The reason I'm making is because I made a bit of a whoopsie in recording this, it seems. I didn't have the mic active for some reason. I don't know why. From what I can tell, it's completely silent for this first segment, but the rest of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The 13 more subsections probably have audio. Probably. I haven't had a look at them yet. So, if you want a sound episode, well, basically stay tuned. You'll get some commentary soon. Hopefully. Um, I'll be back with some post commentary if that's not the case.
Autopilot engaged. Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Autopilot disabled. Autopilot engaged. Autopilot disabled.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to EVE Online. Apologies for the sound episode yesterday, and for, well, since it's so short, we probably sound first 8 minutes of this episode. But do apologize for that, and do apologize for the screw-up. I should have properly geared my ship. So, it also discovered that I wasn't actually put into my good jump clone. My deck clone is set at your home station, rather than the last station you're at. So I thought I was flung into that, but it wasn't. I was just put into a new clone at my home station. So what I'm going to do is, while I could have probably just about jump clone anyway, no I can, I'm not going to. What I'm doing is I'm going to finish what I started, because I want to get the stations, the planetary industry set up at places. So I'm going to move from here to Palnai. Clearly, whoever named this place had a very particular fetish. And then I'm going to go to Dodixie. Clearly, whoever named that was quite into Dolly Park. But, so over here is, I have like a ship, I think. Well, over here I have various components for the ship. So hopefully I can make the distance without getting ganked. Then I make the long arduous trek up to Wiskensa and Serpala, then to Jitta. As long as it's neutrals in high sec, I should be safe enough. They can still attack me. They could be an out-of-corp alt or whatever, but Concord will defend me. But yeah, if they're actually one of the many factions that we're at war with, then that'll be an issue. Please don't have me be the only one lost. No, no, I wasn't.
Approaching Stargate.
They didn't get on too special on me. Ooh, they got a Genosis. Ooh, vaguely purple tinge to this. Is it just the lighting? Could be.
Autopilot jumping.
Remember people saying before that the devs kind of get all this kind of screwed up. They just hit the zero a few times
Station. Warp drive active.
on like some aspects of the game. But yeah. Sadly, I missed out on another little roam last night. I was quite sick. I just ended up heading to bed. Their goons were also attacking our base, so I also missed out on that. So, yeah. I also still have the blueprints back at the other place. I was nervous bringing them with me. I want to move them around separately. Might bring them down with my good clone in a shuttle at some stage. It's safe enough to say that here because I won't be doing that till
Approaching station.
I won't be doing that for a bit, and this is going to be late coming out. I have 71 hours of Elite Dangerous to edit and upload. Then I have over 71 hours, so like over 74 hours of EVE Online to record and to edit and upload. And I'm being slow and dragging my feet on that. I've also been editing other things. So
Autopilot disabled.
so yeah, actually no, I did bring this shit with me. Okay, whatever. I had so many different plans in my head I couldn't remember. But make active. Yeah, I'm also editing up tons of custom videos and whatnot. So
Autopilot engaged. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
yeah, I've been I've been editing tons of custom videos. For like custom campaigns, for StarCraft and Warcraft 3. Been editing tons of those, so because I haven't uploaded anything in that genre in quite a while, so I kind of want to get that done. Or in that category in quite a while, so I kind of want to see to it, you know. There's a lot there to edit and slice and dice. So, once I'm done all that, I could get started on really dangerous stuff then. But there's a ton of other stuff I need to slice and dice. So yeah, it's perfectly fine for me to say I'll do dangerous things or to be showing you all this, because there's such a huge fucking delay to it. Da-dun. Penis. But yeah, it's perfectly fine. There's such a huge delay to all this. You know, it could be coming out in a year's time, and if someone's gonna camp this long, you know, my flight path here expecting me to come along a year's time from now, that's fine with me.
Autopilot jumping.
A year's time is a year's time.
To Stargate.
Fair possibility that various people we're at war with here aren't going to be at war with us by then. Well, the war with the goons is probably eternal. There's also a chance I won't still be in this corp. So, you know, you never know what a year will bring. Impact Noor, isn't that a Star Wars thing? Babylon 0.5, that's funny. Yeah, I think Star Trek. Sorry, I meant Star Trek. What? Oh, I screwed up my routes.
Disabled.
Oh, Dixie. Get going.
Pilot engaged.
I just wanted to look at this.
Stargate.
Misclicked. Orbos Logistics. Alright. Keep going there. Industry. Planetary industry. At waypoint. At waypoint. Where's Jitta? At waypoint. I'd like to bring all this stuff over. I could probably justify importing some of it down to T5, and then I could probably justify just selling a lot of it on Jitta. There's also a fair ton of metal scraps there. They're pretty good on the whole resource thing. They give out 500 apiece, and they cost weight-wise next to nothing.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
That ticking is mildly concerning. Put a lot of stuff up for sale on T5, and a lot of it's old. It's quite nice. I ended up waking up and at 12 million. Up from wherever I left off the other day. Oh, and my... also, this stuff got imported down.
Approaching Stargate.
I cancelled a lot of auctions at Jitta to send it all down here. Some to just bring with me for the sake of it, others because they were actually worth a fair bit. And I could sell them for more down there, or at the very least they would be more popular down there. They just weren't selling at Jitta. Concord drone. I fought the war and war won.
Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Fuck, man. Everything. I push buttons, I turn dials, I read numbers. Sometimes I make up little stories in my head about what the numbers mean.
Approaching Stargate.
Recently, Dying Light 2 got some updates and news. Seems like it might be getting some development. I see someone hostile and local. Like it seemed like Dying Light 2 was in development hell for a long time. So it's good to see that it's actually making some progress towards being released. They did a live stream recently, and they heightened some you know, they got the huge, you know, pre-order banner over on Steam. Yeah, I don't think you could buy it previously. So yeah, they are making some strides towards actually being released. Hopefully it's good. The first game was quite fun. The first game was quite fun, so I'm hoping this one measures up as well. Let's get in here before someone decides to try and kill me. Don't have any defenses on it right now, so... But yeah, the first game was quite fun, so I hope the second one measures up. Apparently it's been micromanaged to hell by one of the executives. Like, I was hearing different negative stories about it, so I'm hoping they aren't true, they're exaggerated, or somehow it's ultimately for the best. It was like an executive micromanaging... Maybe there was accusations of nepotism, or was that a different company? Bellular Gaming had some video on it. So, I just remember hearing a bit of it.
Docking permission requested.
Just realizing his name, like, for critics who really dislike him and don't mind going for a jibe, is kind of really like Bellular, more like Bellend. Kind of serving it up there a little. Silver platter and the like. Captain Chicken Tuna. Yes. Yes. And there. The ship is now fully geared. Didn't put on... Well, I could get rigs, or I could get high slot stuff, but this should be enough to get past, like, say, the gate camp that hit me yesterday. Multi-spectrum hardeners. And some shield extenders. Wait, you're still on 0%? How much of a negative do I have to fucking EM resistance? I suppose that it's anathema to shielding, but still, it feels like I'm in the negatives on it. Whatever. Or are you the adjusting type? No. Whatever. So yeah, I ended up going with shielding because I wanted to have as much of a passive increase as I can and slap on an afterburner. I could get rigs, but I don't have that much to play with. So there's some blues in system, surprisingly. What's it, Dixie? Let me know if you find out. Something in Alliance.
Autopilot engaged.
Just some contracts.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive
Track.
active.
So if I do die this time, I'm losing a lot more. I'm losing a contract I got from a daily thing. There, that's working now. A few antimatter M charges, blueprints, and this and this. Little annoying losses. I can sell these for, I think it was 92,000 a piece. I'll make the Punishers, why not? And I'm not sure if these will get much sale. I have to check down our Doctrine fits. And then there's Survey Scanner 1s, which may get some sale. So I'll toss them together and toss them up. Once I can get some money, I may get some stuff imported down from Heya. More ore and the like. Yeah, I'm thinking I might do that. It does cost a lot to get it imported down. Well, I suppose the price is pretty fair. It's still a fair chunk to me when every penny counts. It's 1,200 ISK. I was saying 600 before, but I blurred like two separate services together. Importing from like in factions areas from like say T5 to the Tendies home, Zappy. Importing between there is 600 apiece, but importing from Jitta down to T5 is 1,200. And again, in both cases, the pricing was based on meters cubed space taken up, so it's basically double price. Or I was saying 600, 800? I think it was 600 a piece. That was for the internal test area freight. For getting it down from Jitta is 1,200. So yeah, pretty steep. But again, that is actually pretty good pricing. It's just steep when you're kind of broke. Once I can get some money going, then that'll be a different matter. Though I feel like I can't really get too much money going if I'm trying to sell in Zappy. Since Zappy isn't established as a, like, T5 is, it's not as good of a place for trading. So the issue is to get it good for trading, you need to establish it, but since it isn't established, it isn't good for trading. Then again, maybe I just have questionable things up on the market there. I need to look through the Doctrine fits and try and make it according to them as much as I can.
Moving to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Hopefully this stuff gets bought soon, because there is a fair bit of cash there. I picked it off random wrecks, as you saw, so I would like them gone. Still, it's up for 3 months. It's up for 3 months. Then I have this stuff down at 10U. 10U. But, yeah. So yeah, I need to be ready, hit this warp core stabilizer, and deny a warp scramble.
Approaching Stargate.
Ah. Now I got 20. This is an activatable thing, not a passive. I've never really shield tanked before, I'm not quite used to the different modules of it. I also forgot about my afterburner.
Approaching Stargate.
It adds like an extra 32? No, 38 to my speed. 38 point something. 0.35.
Autopilot jumping.
So yeah. But yeah, all this stuff up here, I'm not sure how viable any of it is in according to our corpse and doctrine fix and the like. There's a red and local. Just one. Need to keep an eye. Mainly I need to hit this and this. So that's all. Oh, this, and this. That's all I can do. So, if they're too committed to the gate camping, I'm screwed anyway. And my loss will be all the more felt. But if I can get this stuff to Jitta and sell it, then I'll make a fair chunk of cash, which I will use to set up, well, to do more industry. And I'll be shutting those planets down once I've gotten everything out of them. One of the planets doesn't actually have a station set up on it. I think it's this one. Yeah, it doesn't. What I'm going to be doing is decommissioning these and then setting up a spaceport between these.
Autopilot jumping.
I need to focus on this, so I'll let them tick away for now, though they won't be producing anything till the end of the current cycle.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive.
So it's completely irrelevant. Who are you? Member of Supervillains. Hero-y. Northern Coalition.
Approaching Stargate.
Harmony Inc. Really likes to go to deep core mining. Are they? Yeah, they're an NPC corp. Ah, that explains it. Didn't realize they're one the NPC corps players could be sent to.
Autopilot jumping.
They're +5 with test.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping.
I shouldn't get distracted doing this. Who knows, maybe my distraction will be infectious and they'll forget to gank me.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive
I
active.
can't remember planetary industry-wise how much of a delay there is on it. Decommission you. Decommission you. Submit. Launch pad. Right there, baby. Nope. Instant. Was thinking as much. Create new link. Submit. How long are you gonna take? Okay. Decommission. Link. Create new link. Should probably put these closer, but whatever.
Approaching Stargate.
Submit. Routes. There's a bit of minor resources stuck up in that, but that doesn't matter. Links. Create route.
Autopilot jumping.
Let's hold off for a second. How are we here?
Warping
We're
to
fine.
Stargate. Warp drive
A
active.
few more jumps. But yeah, I'm going to be decommissioning these two. Sad, they're stuff I set up as a kid. But, they've been memorialized in video. That's something. Great route. Execute.
Approaching Stargate.
Okay.
Autopilot jumping.
Okay. Why did I tap?
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive
No
active.
reds. I think I'll be probably relatively safe till I get to Jitta. Oh. Arm selector. Weird in the socket.
Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping.
Oh, Jesus.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
What the flying fuck? What the hell? Please don't be fucking over here. There's tons of places they could be at. Please, just get the hell... They're one player.
Approaching Stargate.
They're one bloody player. And this guy is the one actually in faction. Ah, that's why they're all marked as criminals. Because this guy is probably a goon or something. Yeah, he's a goon. So he attacks someone, and the rest would, or he's multi-boxing. So the rest would join in and attack whoever he's attacking.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
But since they aren't at war with... Well, actually, he's a goon, but he isn't at war with us either. But yeah, if... So, how does that work? I'm trying... There's so many systems to this, I don't know the full gist. I'm trying to work them out from what I do know. So yeah, he's probably multi-boxing with that as the... in-faction alt. His main. And they're all tied, you know, they're all tied to what he does. So if he attacks someone, they all fixate on that one character. But I don't know the context of it. Or maybe they're the in-faction characters?
Approaching Stargate.
I have no idea. Excuse me.
Autopilot jumping.
Yeah, I don't get the context of it, but that's probably the case. A lot of people have multi-box in this game. A lot of people...
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive.
Shit, I did it wrong.
Autopilot disabled.
Dock there. I was meant to have it set to a station in the system. Rather than... to the planet itself. Okay. Seriously?
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Fussy game. think I'm not going to be able to get this all done in one shot. But that's whatever. It is what it is. So... okay, let's leave. Yes. Friendly. Swings. Mining. I need to go to the planet. I haven't been able to mine in ages. It's gone 5. Well, I suppose it doesn't matter the planet. What matters is the customs office. Oh, actually, I could find it through Hunter Industry, U, customs office, or put into 0.
Warp drive active.
Ah, my bones. Jesus. Regretting sending this up. Do it. I think I may need to go to Jeddah first. Get going. How do we do on my route?
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Wait, what? Hold on.
Autopilot disabled.
Fuck. Tax 14%. Jesus. Oh, probably it'll be cheaper when I go back to when I do it down in our space. You can also get some skills to make it cheaper. There we go.
Warp drive active.
I don't think you can ever make it free, but you can make it cheaper. Keep forgetting that down there is going to be black boxed. So I should keep things more central. Yeah, these aren't worth much. Didn't cost much tax-wise, but
Autopilot
those did.
engaged. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Think I might have to hit up Jetta first. Auction what I can. I think I switched what this was making at some stage or something. I don't remember the details.
Autopilot jumping.
Did I not set this up right?
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
No. I did it weirdly, but save. Expedite transfer. You.
Approaching Stargate.
Okay. If I launch... Let me have a look at the other place. I think I could launch more stuff up now. Hmm. In that case... Couldn't I launch
Autopilot
these,
jumping.
then launch the next batch separately? There's no friendly customs office in orbit. What?
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Autopilot disabled.
I need to head to Edward and 50.
Warp drive active.
Oh. This is player aligned. Okay, focus. Just getting flustered here. Damn it. That's expensive. Gotta pay to send it up. Don't have that much cash. Fine. We will head to Jitta first, so get
Autopilot
going.
engaged. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
It'll take a bit for me to get the rest of the cash, so regrettably I might be able to deal with the rest of this today. Oh yeah, I wasn't going to bring the blueprints with me, because I was going to leave them there and bring them down myself with my good clone, that was it. But I guess I'll leave them up in Jitta, and I'll have them sent down at some stage with a proper load. I don't want to just ask, contract someone for a pittance to bring them down. Because these would, they'll be basically doing it for free to bring these down. Point one. I'll be paying them next to nothing to bring this down. So that doesn't feel right. They may be perfectly willing to do it. It may be no issue to them, but I'll feel like another gobshite asking that of them.
Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate.
Again, shouldn't be distracted. Bite me on the ass.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Okay, those are a lot of shared characters. There's a red, there's a few reds, there's a criminal. At war with my corp/alliance. Why do there have to be so many reds? Fortuna, take pity on me.
Approaching Stargate.
Oh. Yeah, I should have been in the combat there. Just liking how these are going transparent. Remember them doing that. Unless they hit the wrong option at some stage. Okay, just because I'm in jitter now, doesn't mean I'm safe.
Warping to station. Warp drive active.
I suppose it's not that much of an issue if I put up a contract for very little, because they'll probably have plenty of other jobs to do, so they can get it done when they get it done. Like, to clarify, they can take my little, tiny shit there, and just put it in the fucking cupboard, and still take on multiple gigantic loads, So, I suppose it's not too much, it's not like I'm taking up tons of space on them that they, could give to something else and I'm not paying them much around, Since what I need them to do is negligible, it will be a negligible issue to them.
Docking permission requested. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted. Autopilot disabled.
I would still feel kind of bad about it though. Now, I could get this stuff imported down, but again, that's a lot of money. So I'm just going to sell it right the fuck here. Okay, sell. Really? I could sell it right off the bat for that price. Wow. Wow, no, I can't. My mind goes to assuming that that's the default, that's the dearest offer at the moment, but it isn't. I think I've numblock off. There we go. 488. I need to undercut someone really slightly. I suppose I could have left the other place still producing, but I suppose I did need to get rid of them for the foundry. Well, for the airport. Spaceport. Okay, so we'll put this up. When this sells, I'll make 26, nearly 27 million, which will be enough to go get the rest of the shite. I am now cripplingly broke again, but so it'll be. Cannot be sold, militants, and civilian Gatling railgun. I also can't actually jump clone down. I'm actually that poor. Put it on my tab, I'm good for it. Okay, let's see what's in this. For 960 million? Uh, really? Uh, Lente mining laser? Hmm. Gonna need one of these. Potentially, depending on what planet I decide to settle on. Oh, so Quaif. It's a drink in the universe. I think there was some talk that it's, like, derived from capsuleers or something. Like, Silent Green. Yeah. I can't remember what it was, or from misremembering something. I am trying to draw on information from nearly a decade ago. So, it does get hazy after a while. As much as I can just devour things and retain it if I'm halfway interested, there is a limit. So, Quaif is the name of the most popular soft drink in the universe, manufactured by a Galatane company bearing the same name. Like so many soft drinks, it was initially intended as a medicine for indigestion and tender stomachs, but the refreshing effects of the drink appealed to everyone, and the drink quickly became tremendously popular. Quaif is one of the most recognized brands in the whole EVE universe and can be found in every corner of it. I'm just imagining Amar brands, and it's just, marketed at, the rich. Well, one for the rich, one for the slaves, and it's just a slave being in the middle being whipped, still drinking a quaif and being like, ah. A lot of faction gear. Single pieces of titanium. Again, this is probably not worth 960 million. It's just like Jesus. I think it's, again, there's a lot of scams, a lot of bait in this. EVE Online is, slimy, scummy, dystopian setting. So that's similar pricing. I think this one's a little better. Certainly more blueprints. Still, I don't think it's anyway worth 9 million, 970 million. Okay, is that done? Just these two. Mainly hoping for this, but I really put it on for a long time. Also, I think I got the other thing set up right now, so I can hear everything, and you can't, unless I have it too loud. So... Okay. Once I can get shit set up, some of the stuff I've sent down from Jitta here to TZ, to Tizzy here, got some money incoming. They love this shit. I think they're also somewhat interested in this. I will be selling it possibly at a loss, but if they're interested, it's better to sell at a loss but find people interested than to keep trying to sell and it never to fucking sell. Because the price up here in Jitta, like, halved. Well, they'll buy for a little over Jitta's price, it seems. So, yeah. While you can leave it up for 3 months, I kind of need to cash now. The expediency makes the loss worthwhile. Most of them close to getting a Ferox. They're a popular ship within the Corp, it seems, and I'm halfway interested in one. Ooh, actually, they're a battle cruiser. Thought they were just a cruiser, but they have drones, so I'm happy. I'll be having salvage drones in it if I can. They don't sadly have much storage capacity. I can't get to playing with the big boys out of my head. Someone did a cover of it, a metal cover, and then someone else. Shit, yeah, baby! Someone else did a cover of it that was. Well, they took that cover and made it night courted. So they made it a bit faster and umped the. Umped? Upped the. Made it a bit faster and upped the pitch of it. So it sounds pretty good. Yeah. Sorry, hopefully that wasn't too annoying. That actually might have hurt. Requirements: Kildari Cruiser 3, Battle Cruiser 1. Well, to get Battle Cruiser 1, you need Battle Cruiser 3, so. Eh. Yeah, it'll take a while to get that, but that's fine. Wish it could be in my better body, but I don't have the money right now to get. Alright, well, I can't justify being in it, and I don't have money to get implants, so I can't make it anywhere else either. So what sold? The water-cooled CPUs, Unreal Force. I'm just curious about the client. Meh. Could be an out-of-corp out for someone, but as far as I can tell, they were like I was up to, what, 2 weeks ago? 3? Okay. I can jump back now. No. Red in sector. Unsurprising, really, though. Set destination. And Doc, we'll go deal with this. Playing with the big boys, playing with the big boys, playing with the big boys now. By the power of Ra. Oh, it's a great song. I can't remember. Jonathan Young, I think, was the name of the guy who did the cover of it. He also did a cover of Prince Ali. Prince Ali, fabulously, Alia Babwa. Genuflect, show some respect, down one knee. He faced the galloping hordes. And if I say any more, the mouse will get angry. Yes, I will. You need your knees busted? 'Cause I will do it. No one steals from the mouse. Oh, it's been too long since I've done that. I've kind of lost the ability to do it. It's a bit off as a Mickey voice. I feel it kind of works though. You get what you pay for. I'm going through puberty again. Wait. Shit.
Autopilot disabled.
I forgot to ship. Yep, Mickey's trying to pod you. The mouse controls all. Hee. Damn nose Fratu unit! Draining my capacitor! Hehe! Ugh. I feel, ironically, Mickey Mouse is my best impression.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Yeah, I was sliding out of it there, but I can maintain it so much better. Not on docking. Let's leave these here. Yeah, it's the one I can sustain the most. That's an issue with doing an impression. Being able to actually sustain it, and not to slip and slide all over the place.
Autopilot engaged.
Like you're on the slip and slide of shit. So, yeah. The issue is sustaining it.
To Stargate. Warp drive.
Consistency, too. To try and, you know, not be sliding all over the place. But it's kind of one and the same, really. Well, I suppose they're different. One is keeping the accent as, you know, the voice as it is, and the other is, you know, actually being able to say more in it, I guess. Like, in some of the voices I could do, I was very limited in what I could say. Like, a few words and that's it. I wasn't sure how to branch it out. But the Mickey Mouse one was... It's actually a lot easier to try and say something else in it. Or at least I feel more comfortable trying.
Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping.
The sudden camera perspective change was mildly concerning. Mickey controls the horizontal and the vertical. The mouse controls all. And I will control you. Oh yeah, I'm following. They had like 30-day, 120-day, and something else plans, and so I was just like, ah, yeah, sure, we'll follow them. So that way, while I've already got this stuff trained, so instead of being a 120-day plan, the 30-day is just like a stripped down version of the 120-day plan. So like there's plenty of overlap. I could have just looked at that, but I was just like, in case they're somehow different or don't build off each other as closely, I'll just do both. But yeah, ignore this. Instead of being 120 days, it was like 70 something, which is a nice reduction because I already a lot of training and random different things. But it would go by so much faster if I was on my good clone.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
That's concerning. tornado attack battlecruiser. He's yelling me for some reason. May have been a outer corp forward scout for a ganking party. Well, hopefully they're not at the other side of this gate, and hopefully he doesn't attack on my way back. Got plenty of cash inbound. Well, this place isn't going to be the most profitable of the two, but Sylvia. And sadly, I can't put down a second airport, can I? I can. And I could plenty justify it for there too.
Autopilot jumping.
Oh no, the issue is the storage containers can't expedite import for next couple of hours. That was it. Yeah. It's not the airport that's the issue, it's the other place.
Warp drive active.
What did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Launch. Transfer. Expedite transfer. We'll go with more biofuels. Wish there was a loot all button or something. Oh, not there. Here. Relatively safe for the moment. Keep in mind, when I'm saying safe, I just mean there isn't a red. Doesn't stop someone from ganking me. Just cause. The issue then becomes surviving until Concord gets here. In a .9 sector, I'll be pretty safe. Concord's react speed depends on what safety you're in. If you're in a 1.0, it's like immediate. But at 0.9, 0.8, 0.7, it gets slower and slower. It's still quick enough, but the slower it is, the longer you have to be able to survive. And a lot of people who be doing this are geared to blitz you ASAP, because it's a suicide gang. No point in kamikazing if your enemy can just walk it off. I made a mistake jumping so far out. I'm tempted in just shutting this down once I get this. Because there isn't that much left. You know what? I will. There isn't that much left. I'm willing to forsake that so I can get another colony set up down closer. And then this place has enough to justify its continued existence for the time being. In storage, I have nearly 22 million ISK worth of stuff. And that's not even going into jitter prices. Jitter's in a different region, it seems. So, oh, I also figured out what was wrong with the filters. The filters were show places in this space. Well, in what, like, rather than, I was mistaking it as hide in this space, and by on-ticking it, it would show everything. But I was doing the inverse. I just took it up wrong. So, yeah, I'll get rid of this. Oh yeah, cost import down. I'll get rid of this so I can get another one set down at our place. Do it. Hit the wrong one. Apologies. Decommission. Oh, no, that was the launch center. Where the hell is the other place? Planetary Command Center. Okay, here's still safe. View. Here it is. Thought it would stand out more. Mildly camoed in. You served me well, Sir Power 2. You may rest now. Okay, let us leave.
Autopilot engaged. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Spanish. Yeah, Spanish. I'm questionable at IDing other languages. So I'm just like, yeah, no, that's Spanish. I was having a look at a custom campaign before, and they had writing on it, and I was starting to, I was like, sure it was Spanish. Then doubt started creeping into my mind later on. It's like, fuck, is it Spanish or Russian? Yeah, they look completely different, yet I was still having the stress about it. I've learned how to ID Korean from Japanese or Chinese, but yeah, that's because they apparently did a major effort of, you know, making them more distinguishable. According to a friend, apparently China was a great source of knowledge in, had a great center for learning in the past. and scholars from Korea and Japan would have gone
Moving
there.
to Stargate. Warp drive active.
And that obviously influenced their languages and whatnot. To the point where their languages were basically just derived from Chinese. But at some stage, fuck, I don't know when. I can only imagine it was during the Joseon dynasty. That's what my gut's saying. I don't remember if I read that or am I just presuming. They apparently changed up their language. Actually, no, I think I was presuming. The friend said they changed up their language at one stage to so they could brag about high literacy rates by, I know, making it more approachable for the common person or something. And apparently they stuck a lot of the reason why I can ID. Okay, they stopped. ID Korean and from the rest of them is because they love putting these O's into their symbols, which makes them stand out significantly against the other characters. They have their very own unique style to them, you know? The other characters, from what I'd seen, are all a lot of straight lines and, you know, blocky things. Well, here they are with, like, one symbol that looks like basically the number 10, but with a little line connecting them. So it's just, they love putting those O's into everything. According to the friend, they were for more appearance's sake, rather than it's got like silent E's, I guess, in English. While these were because the words looked weird without them. It was an aesthetic choice. I have no idea if it's accurate. But yeah, apparently they. I do wonder on the logistics of it, of, you know, changing your language like that. I can kind of get the logic of it, but again, the work of changing your language like that would be insane.
Approaching Stargate.
Still, again, if it was in the Joseon Empire, would dynasty would make things easier. You know, Emperor decrees you write like this now. Would make life easier. If you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, I'm probably saying it wrong too. In Korea, years and years back, there was a dynasty. Though their dynasty seems different to, like, say, the Tudor dynasty. The Tudors were actually called the Tudors. There was no one called Joseon. That was the kingdom's name, and the name of the dynasty, but the dynasty seemed to have a different name. I don't get the idea of it. But basically it was the rule of, I guess, a particular family or something. Faction. Fuck if I know. But Korea was an incredibly insular country at the time, as, like, you know, Japan was. The Joseon dynasty lasted for 400 years and implemented Confucianism as a state philosophy, which is why you can still even feel Confucianism's touch even now over in Korea. Well, south, I'd imagine, but maybe even north in its own northern sort of way. But yeah, Joseon.
Approaching station.
Jesus. So do we have to close the distance to them to get past them? Or I don't. They're saying the JIT is all near to me, then they are. Whatever. I'm nearly in. Once I start going see-through, I'm safe. That shield effect freaks me.
Requested.
That's concerning.
Docking request accepted.
They got in my way.
Docking permission requested. Autopilot disabled.
Fucks to be you! But anyway. Yeah. I want to say Yosin was during the Middle Ages, but it mightn't have been that old. The reason I bring up the Middle Ages is that, you know how in Western fantasy, Middle Ages is kind of like the designated time period of it. Well, like, so much Western fantasy is set during that. From what I've seen, a bit of Korean fantasy. Yeah, Yosin's basically that their equivalent. So much fantasy set in that. You've seen the Korean zombie thing, Kingdom. Yeah, that's set in the Yosin Dynasty. So I've seen a fair few other things set during that. I suppose not all of them were fantasy, but yeah, whatever. You get my point. So I was just imagining it'd probably be easier for such a system to implement such drastic changes to their language than a more modern system. It's easier to sometimes get things done when it can be you're gonna fucking do it, and they don't have recourse. I'm just imagining now randomly their accents change and it's you're gonna fucking speak this language. Why are you talking like that? I have no idea. Praxis? Oh, that's actually a great one. You have to pay with a praxis, and you get 10,000 isk. Oh, well done, well done. I was thinking, you don't have the skills or the money? And it's just like, well, maybe the money, but you don't have the skills. It's literally, you start with that. Oh. Oh, well played, well played. $4097. 221. 220. There, up 3 mil. So, I'm happy with what I've done here. I still have to finish that one planet, but I'll do that another day. Let's leave ship. No. Leave ship. And let us jump. I now have the money, so it's good. Jump. Yes. Yes. Yeah, 20 hours. Inventory. Stack all. Sell. 10 mil already. 24. 25. Do I want to hold on to the Scourge? Oh, let's see. Fusion M, those. Hornets, Acolyte TDs. Acolyte this! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Drop you and you. Put in you. Drop you. Okay, I've only 7 spots left, so I have to be conservative. I do want to get some skill ups in marketing and whatnot, but I can't justify it at present. 22,000. Yeah, that's fine. 300,000. That might be all very oversold. Why are you charging so much? I'm gonna undercut you greatly and probably make a lifelong enemy. Here. 25,000. Uh, 50. Obviously, I'm joking about the lifelong enemy. Uh, there we go. 62 mil if these fucking sell. And with that, I saw the UI twitch and I was like, did it already fucking sell? But no. I'm selling a lot of stuff here at TZ because it is kind of the hub of the capital, and it also costs so much more. It will bring, so things will sell easier here. Jesus, just noticing a random gash down the side of my foot here. Things will sell easier here, and I really need the money right now, so. Okay, let's have a look at the imicas. Actually, how much storage space do you have, imicas? 400. Yeah, you're fine. Is there any brawling going on out here? No, there isn't. That is still funny. Though I'm not I feel I kind of got a little screwed up towards the center. Though I'm not sure if that could be intentional. But I can't make out what symbol it's trying to denote. It's a diamond, obviously, but it feels like it's like maybe an eye in the center or something. Let me check Discord. Sometimes there's updates here. No, nada. Okay. Doc.
Docking request accepted.
There's one other thing I need to do, but I need a little prep to it first. So, BRB. Hey folks, 39, 40, 41, 42. Just had to check and make sure, you know, about getting it bought and whatnot. So. I think It was a scorch bomb. Could have sold it for a little bit. So, planetary infrastructure. These. You used to be able to buy higher grades of them, but now you can just set them up. Upgrade them while they're on the planet instead. So, let's see. Storm, oceanic. I don't have the best scanning skills, sadly, so... And planetology is a little bunk. So... Sylvie. Uh... There's a high concentration right there. So yeah, let's have a look around. There isn't much water here. There's plenty of carbon compounds and microorganisms. Ooh, yes, I'll set up here, so I need a barren one. This is barren, right? Temperate. Need a temperate one. 900,000? Nothing. Like, again, planetary industry, if you're willing to wait for it, which you need to, is free money, basically. Also, something sold while... Something sold while ye were gone there. Okay, how large is it again? 1,000. Wow, I don't actually have a hand that can carry it. Some sold while we were gone. I need to get a transport ship for here. I'll go with Galente again. Neuros will be enough. Could have gone for something else, but that's what I have my high stats in. But yeah, oxygen sold. So again, planetary industry is just free money. There's a bit of setup cost, but the most cost is just fucking time. Especially given that to really rack in the cash. Imagine instead of me just having the 2 planets that went to there, I had 6 on multiple characters. That's where the money's at. So it was this planet.
Warp drive active.
Planetary industry. Build. So, let's see. Oh, it's probably other characters on my account. Wait, is this place really temperate? Yeah. It looks barren. It looks like a dust ball. Okay, yeah, down here is perfect. You need things clumped together as much as possible. So, plonk this here. This can go anywhere. But you then need everything else clumped together as much as possible. 1,000. So yeah, you need a small bit of startup cash, but not that much. Actually, extractor control unit, scan, switch to microorganisms. Do it. It also costs a fair bit to actually upgrade things. Mm. But again, you saw me bring out, after setting it all up and whatnot, just suddenly churning out a ton of money. There's a bit of setup, a bit of fee, but it's fine after that. And actually, don't need to be here for this.
Warp drive active.
Go dock. And I'll set you to microorganisms. You up here. You up here.
Docking request accepted.
Oh, how do I widen them? There we go. Sometimes a slight overlap is perfectly fine. Sometimes. I could stick in more. Wait. Then I want to go with carbon compounds. I'm happy with that one. Back to you. Okay, start extraction. Start extraction. I may need to knock off an extractor on boat, but we'll wait and see. Okay, now build. I need... storage facility for boat. Issue of sin of building them so far apart. Okay, I need to clump them a little closer. Wants to close the gap, but at the same time... Nah. There. There we go. Links. Create new. To there. 3 links. To there. Link to there, to there. To there, to there. You can upgrade these links. They'll move more but cost more. And if you, the further they are away from each other, the more of a link there is, so the more it costs. Having them as near as possible to each other is a very important step. I've actually seen people advise, like, don't try and get tier 5 command center upgrades. Just go for having alts. That's how you do it. And yeah, it takes like a month by itself, if not a bit more. Sadly, the black bar box is going to be obnoxious here, but what can you do? Submit. Okay, yeah, you do need a lot of money going in, but that's not the least of sins. Okay, this is gonna start in 4 hours, sadly. Well, let me correct that. It's starting now, but we won't get the first payment for 4 hours. So, that needs to be kept in mind. Storage. You create route. Okay, I need to set up the schematics. You. I was hoping it'll be adaptive enough. Could this be angled better? When install. There. Thank you. I can't remember what I was saying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Create route. Thank you, something sold. Shit. Back. Damn it, I did the blueprint wrong. And a second. I got the things confused again. 2, 3, 4, 5. I made this mistake back on the other planet. What we've done before, we'll do again and again. Is there anything here with biofuels and bacteria? No, there doesn't seem to be. I made a mistake. Eve online planetary interaction biofuels. That's no help. Scan. Really? Made a mistake and I'm now down a lot of cash. Reactive metals have sold. Not really what I was hoping for. Evil Line, Planetary Action, Biofuels. I could leave it as it is and just sell it like that, but okay, I'm searching through a list here. Biofuels. No, biofuels are only used in three things. Four things. No, three things. Tier 2 wise. Uh, with precious metals, proteins, and polytextiles. Well, industrial fibers. Okay. Okay. Let's do this again, yeah? I'm dying inside. Remember, if you're doing this, Council, if you're doing this, do it right. Okay, if you double click, well, in decommission, if you double click at all, it brings you to it. Very nice. Jesus, ball patch. Ball patch. Fine. We'll make here work. Oh, this is another player's place. How do we turn that on again? Yeah, that's someone else's place here. Basic industry. Build those. There we go. And there we go. No, there looks pretty good. I'll settle it down here, though. These can overlap just fine because they're seeking different materials. I was thinking like shared work areas might screw them over, but no. I can afford to put in one more. There we go. Start extraction. I can only imagine that the person doing that there is just shipping out tier 0 stuff, I guess. Or tier 1 stuff. Who knows who they are. Didn't quite position. I did not position that right. Okay. By having these so close together, they're taking up much less power and CPU than they otherwise would be. Ugh. meaning I can upgrade these even more, put down more extractors or whatever. So, there. Now this whole facility's plotted out just right. This time. Now route it, move to here. Create route. Route it. You see that, and it's like, oh, it's a tiny amount. Oh, damn, I did this wrong. These should go straight in. Knew it was oddly cheap. No. Decommission you, you, and you. May need to have more than just one there, but we'll see. Money. Routes. Create route to here. Yes. Create routes to here. Yes. And with that, it's finally done. Now, since I can have one more planet, I need to set that up. But it's a myth. And now this is fine. I can let this run for 2 weeks, and it's fine. And then eventually, soon enough, this will be full. I can launch it, and then I would want to collect it. Since I'm not in high sec, well, even in high sec apparently happens, but it's perfectly possible for the customs office to be hit and taken out. So you don't really want to store it up in space for too long. But at least this is nearby, so I can just go in, grab it, bring it back to the station. Go in, grab it, bring it back to the station. So it's not an issue. You can use your command center to launch it, but it just ends up in a can somewhere near the planet. But you do avoid the customs tariffs and whatnot. So there was apparently talk of them updating this system so you could interact with other people's industries, but well, I think they were talking about that a couple of years ago, nearly a decade ago. So, or maybe that was just what players wanted, or some players wanted. So who knows? All right, now in 4 hours' time, will the first shipment of this come out. And the first shipment will come into here. Every 30 minutes, they'll want 3,000 units of autotrophs. Which they'll then turn into 20 units of industrial fibers sent here. Then in an hour, they'll take 40 units of industrial fibers and 40 units of biofuels and turn it into 5 polytextiles. So 12,000, 1,000. Okay. What's your average? Your average per hour is 7,000. Your average is 6. Yeah, they're fine. Basically, every 30 minutes, but it's the same universal. They keep the numbers nice and flat. Even in like output volume. They want 3,000 every half an hour, so they want 6,000 an hour. So I produce a little over that. So say if I forget to update it for a few days. At the end of the 2-week thing, I'll have a fair bit left over for it to run a few extra hours. I would say, looking at these numbers. So, yeah, in 4 hours this will start and then continue running for the next 2 weeks. And then I can gather up the resources and sell them and make back all the money I lost putting them up in the first place, provided people actually have a goddamn interest in these. There's local rebuyers for just under jitter prices, 90 something, so I'll make the money back nice and easy. Let's not decommission. Let's go here. Switch to the Imicus. Whenever there's like a goon attack, I always think money, because we can like go out and vulture. There's gate camps, I could go over and have a chat with them, see if they mind me vulturing off them. There's an assault frigate coming through. Usuba Zataki? Aminar Titus. That one's a shuttle. That's an assault frigate. Named after a wolf. Named after a mythical beast renowned for its ferociousness, the wolf is one of the most potentially destructive frigates known and currently in existence. While harder than its brother the Jaguar, it has less in the way of shield systems, and the capacities of its onboard computer leave something to be desired. Nevertheless, the mere sight of a locked and loaded wolf should be enough to make most pilots turn tail and flee. Yeah, they focused on just as many guns as possible. Who are you? Yes, you're on TV. They're streaming. Yeah, I don't... You would want to be on a fair delay if you're streaming in even line. That's why me obsessively recording is actually to my boon. Because
Docking request accepted.
Oh, I'm not streaming it. You know. Oh no, they know what we were doing last summer. Not exactly useful intel. Fuck, I could probably say up passwords here and they'll be changed. We don't have passwords. But I remember seeing before, like, Starbase, like, enter Starbase Shield password or whatever. I've never actually seen that in use. It feels like it was a holdover. But, I could show those, and if we're changing them once a month, it wouldn't fucking matter. As long as they didn't reuse codes. So, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this. Just a little bit of, industry work, side stuff, just to get me going, money-wise. The planetary colony has been established. In a few hours I could go back, but whenever I can muster the drive to do it, I'll head back here, gather up as much of this as I can. Nice. I'll check that in a sec. Gather up as much of this as I can. Once I get that, I shut it down. And then I can set up a third colony here. And then I'll just be raking in the cash bit by bit. We'll set up more colonies like this one on 2 more planets, and away I go. I should probably do this one now, but I'm not in the mood. I need to go get some food. Had breakfast, but that was it, and that was quite a few hours ago by now, I'm realizing. So let's just see my... the rest of the reactive metals sold. And they sold for a little more this time. Not much, but they did. It adds up, certainly. Especially when that's a unit price, and they bought 6,000. So that really does add up. An extra 80 cents a piece. How much would that add up to? 0.80 by 6,000. 4,800 extra money. Not much, but yeah. Then if they bought it at the other price. Which may or may not have been the price I put it down for. They may have also been paying more. I don't honestly remember. But yeah, wait. Finance, market orders. I have 2 spaces. So let's go get some other stuff up. I could put that up. Honestly not expecting it to sell though. Alright. Sell. Let's just see what goes for the most. Really? These go for this much? I think it's a joke price. Yeah, I don't know why they put them up for so much. Sure. Okay, we'll just put up the Acolyte TD 300s and the Dancers. Oh, fuck me. You. And you. I have no idea. I'm gonna have to sell these for 15,000 a piece. Yes. I'm not expecting them to sell though. Okay, I'm gonna leave this here. I sincerely hope you enjoyed, and I hope you join me again soon, and I hope you fucking sell, you pieces of shit that I just auctioned. But anyway. So, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you join me again soon. I'm hoping there'll be another thing happening tonight, or something I can get involved in. I do believe I have the thing set up right now, so I can hear and still commentate. The sound recordings have been kicking my ass. It's not that fun. So, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you join me again soon. Till then. Love and peace, baby! Hey folks, and welcome to Post Commentary. I mentioned there that I wouldn't be doing sound episodes anymore, or at least implied it. Well, I did get the thing working. There was audio bleed from my headset, like my headset to my mic. Well, my mic's part of the headset, but you know the earpieces. There's audio bleed from the earpiece to my mic, and so they're still getting recorded. I'm probably gonna end up cutting roaming footage till I get my desk mic, which I should be getting soon enough anyway, because I realized this issue. Um, but I don't know when I'm getting it. You'll know yourself when I go. I know what episode it will be. I just don't know what session it is. I did roam in a Trigavian ship. It was one of those beam ships. Um, Neighbors are assaulting their place again. There's this constant banging coming from them, and it's annoying. But yeah, it's a Trigavian beam ship. That, I think, is the first one I recorded with the desk mic. So I was able to go on a roam, have the thing separated out using voice meter banana, and not have audio bleed. I think I still had audio bleed happen before with the desk mic, but it's a lot harder to have it happen. So I've done my best. So if it still happens after all this, I can't. I've done my part. I've done what I can. So yeah. So yeah, basically, while I said what I said there, there's still gonna be sound episodes because of that audio bleed until I get the desk mic. So, and I don't think this fleet is the thing. I'm just skipping ahead here through stuff and seeing. No, it's not it. So yeah, you still have a number of episodes to go before you'll see that, I'm afraid. It is what it is. It is indeed. So, I'll leave this here. Till then.